Hey everyone, Big T here, and I'm back. Well, it's been kind of a rainy day here. A little rainy, a little cool this morning. I went outside there. Well, actually, I looked out the window there. A dog was barking. And he's a good dog. He lets us know when someone's messing around. I can't let him loose because he's still young. He's like almost 3 years old, and be afraid to let him loose because he might go. He ain't never seen chickens before, you know. Cows and stuff. He's and our neighbors, they got some chickens, and I'm afraid, let him loose there because first thing he want to go is on a chicken chase. He gets okay with the cats we got, but he's still a pup. Pups gonna do pup things. I mean, he's getting a little up in his adult. He's an adult, but in his mind, he's still got pup. I said pop. Puppy. Well, I went and looked out the window this morning, seen him barking, and I was wondering why he's barking. He's barking towards the ground. It's out of view, whatever it was. So I put my shoes on, and I walked out on the back stoop, little porch we got. And I seen a possum. There's a possum laying there. And I seen a little blood on his back there, and I thought, well, he killed a possum. And I went down there to get, pick it up and to move it, to get out of the way, because I didn't want him to eat no possum. I'm afraid, he might get some disease from it, possibly rabies at least. I don't know what they might have, but I didn't want him to eat on it, bite it. Anyways, I went down there and I picked it up, got it by the tail. I noticed it was still breathing a little bit. It was playing possum. I mean, to him, I guess it was like a rag doll. You can see where he bit, not bit through the skin, just enough to scrape a little blood up. Not just, just a little spot here and there. Wasn't really no damage, more like a scratch. I guess he maybe took his paw or something. So I picked it up by the tail, and it started moving. So I took it over in the holler over behind the house here on our land, and turned it loose in the woods. It lay there for a few minutes there, and I said, you might as well give up. Playing possum ain't gonna work with me. It got up and waddled on up the hill. I told it not to come back there. I guess it was down trying to eat its dog food. And I seen it the other night out here on the porch trying to eat a little cat food. I went out there and ran it off. I made a mistake once by feeding a critter that come to the house. Now, I don't make that mistake again. It's a wildlife critter. And it's a coon. And I went out there. We had some more eggs. They was probably about, they was down in the bottom of the refrigerator. They was at least 3 months old. And pretty raunchy. And I seen that coon out there. There's probably about 4 eggs in there. I guess I put them down there, just overlooked them that long. Anyways, I went and laid one out there on the porch because, coon, they ain't gonna worry about it. And I thought it was going to be doing something fun. I'll go out there and feed the coon. So I laid one out there one night. Next morning it was gone. I know the cats didn't bother it because cats couldn't pick it up, one thing, whatever it was, it picked it up and ran off with it. And went out there again, put another one, and another one. And I heard a ruckus out there, heard a little noise. I flipped the porch light on, and there it was. It grabbed that egg there, it raised up and looked at me. And he or she, I didn't get close enough to see what kind of sex they was. You do not get too close to a coon. A coon won't hesitate one bit to come and whoop up on your ass if it needs to. Well, it grabbed this egg and ran on off with it. And then a few nights later, actually, I think it was next night or night after, I heard it out there, and I didn't have no more eggs. And that kept coming over and over. It's eating cat food, I guess. And I went out there to run it off. Well, I guess this sucker got so used to the house, got used to us, it felt like family. I opened the door there. Says, "Hey, come on, go on, get on out here. You done got your dinner, get." Cats come up to me there. It came up to me there. It came up to me there. Cats was raring up. It rared up. I guess it thought I was going to feed the cats, and I thought I was handing out treats or something. I don't know. I just waved on that. Bye, and I just went, "Go on, get going." I clapped my hand, and I guess he's seen I wasn't going to be generous that night, and decided to waddle on off the porch. He looked back a couple times there, then he walked on away. Well, a few nights passed, and I never seen him out there anymore. And one night I heard some racket out there. I said, "Well, he's back. Dang thing coming back." I turned the light on there. It was a different coon. This one here is a little bit smaller. But the one that has been coming, he's coming up the steps. He's right at the steps there, at the top of the steps. So I opened the door there, and the smaller one, he ran. But the other one, he was used to him there. He come on up to the door there. He come up there and done this little chirping sound they do. And I said, "Nope, I ain't got nothing to give you tonight. You go on and tell all your other cousins this ain't a buffet place. Do not bring no more of your country cousins to my home." I guess he figured he was going to bring his family in. You know, guess he thought it was all you can eat buffet cafe. Critters. But I learned my lesson about feeding the mountain critters at the house. If I go feed them anything, got some old scrap fruit or, tater pills, stuff like that. Usually I just throw them, take them off over in the woods somewhere. If I got some old taters there, not real rotten, some of them might, if a little bit rotten, I'll take them over in the holler and dump them out. Feed the possums to eat them. They don't care if they're rotten or not. They eat them. If you kill any fish, if you catch any fish, cut their heads off, gut them and all that, take it over in the holler. Possums take care of it. I just don't want to leave it. I take it way, way over far enough to where I won't leave a trail coming back to the house, But that was my lesson learned about feeding the mountain critters. Don't do it at your own home. Take it out in the woods, and because if you don't, you're gonna have a lot of customers come to your front door. The critter kind. A little helpful hint there. Well, my next story, I decided to talk a little bit about my interest in the paranormal. Booger territory. Yep. A lot of people don't believe in ghosts. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't believe in ghosts. Ghosts ain't real." I admit, ghosts ain't. I'll tell them, ghosts ain't real. Ghosts is just a word, a name for spirits, and spirits are real. Because there's makes a whole lot better sense. Sounds a whole lot better too when you go up to someone and say, "Hey, I just saw a ghost," instead of saying, "Hey, I just saw a spirit." You know, their reaction on that part going, yeah, and I bet his name is Jack Daniels too, then. And I mean, you know, I believe in ghosts. I, I mean, there's now everything I see. I've seen things in my past, but thing I see, I don't just claim as paranormal. I mean, some things can be explained. You see a little piece of paper, see a sheet of paper, and it float off somewhere. There might be a draft there. Fan might just kicked on. You know, whew, that's not bad manners, just too good of a food. But back to what I was saying. Uh, you see something like that, you know, just fly off the table. It can be a breeze come through a window, or someone being airtight. Like if you hear a door pop, you know, it's like someone thumping on a door. It'd be like a door move. Be in the house, it's real airtight. Anyone opens the door, outside door, and shuts it, it pops the pressure through the house. And when they open it, you can hear it rattle. It rattles other doors in the house if they're closed. Because it's airtight house and it's pressure. Well, like I said, I've seen things that I can explain, but if it gets to where you can't explain, the only way you can explain them is the paranormal way. And you know, that's a different story. Well, I've got a recording I want to play here for you. It's a video. I couldn't get the audio to upload, so I figured I'll play it on my speakers over here, and I videoed it with I used my mic here, my headset there over there to record it, and that's the only way I can do it is make a video of it, because I couldn't figure out how to put the audio, you know, into this. I'm learning this editing stuff as I'm going along. I got a few other things I want to add on and some other, you know, vlogs, but yeah, this here is audio. I went to a graveyard up above the house here, and you hear me ask, is there anyone here, any of my family members? It is my family, one of my family's graveyards on my mom's side. Well, it's the family graveyard on my mom's side. And I asked, you know, if anyone here, any of my family members, you know, you'd like to say something there to speak into the thing. The wind started picking up. At the time I got all that out, the wind started picking up. And just all of a sudden come up, you know, it's blowing over the trees, and out when you recording something outside like that, just the slightest little breeze sounds like a hurricane. You know, even just a little sound like a, you know, it's just, you can't help it. You know, it's just nature. You know, it's the way things go, I guess. But I went up there and I recorded I called a voice. Let's just put it that way. I called a voice. A few minutes after I asked, or is there anyone here like to speak, you know, whatever, the wind starts picking up, and you hear the wind for probably about a few seconds there. I'm saying about 5 seconds, maybe 6. I don't know. I ain't timed it, but I shortened it up right to where the voice is. Right after, it's right in the beginning, so you know I ain't got the whole session I had up there. I just got out one day. There, the power was off here for a few days, and I was here by myself, so I figured, what the heck, I'll get out and take a walk. Took my camera to take pictures, get ideas, you know, for paintings. Take pictures of rocks, creeks, you know, trees and stuff, maybe to put into a paint. Well, like I said, I decided to do this while I was up there. And like I said, you hear in the next video, or this video coming up, uh, you hear the wind sound, then you hear something, a force saying a name. And that's all I'm going to give you. Listen real close. You might have to turn your volume down a little bit or up, just because it is a little loud if you turn it too loud. You might can understand. I ain't got too many subscribers, but hopefully the people watching this might can tell me in the comments below, down there, what they heard, what they think it said. And I'll let you know. I'll see how many of it, and if I don't see anyone say anything after a few weeks or a few days or whatever, or if y'all do, I'll see. I'll go ahead and tell you what it actually said, because the original you can hear better than you can, on a little bit on the recording, but you should be able to hear it pretty good. So, just go ahead and listen to this, and it ain't that long, and I'll be back right after. Listen up.
Is there any of my family members here in this graveyard? That's buried here in this graveyard. And y'all come and say
Alright, what y'all think? Did y'all hear it real good? If you have to, play it over and over and over until you figure it out. Only hint I'll give you is it's a name. You kind of hear after it says the name, it kind of like it stutters a couple times. It stutters right after it. After it mentions the name, it says it kind of stutters a little bit. And if you listen real close, you can hear a faint little hint, whisper almost, before pretty much of the same name. And there ain't no one up there buried in that grave with that name. Like I said, there's only two of them up there that's not, I don't think, family. They might be family, I've never heard them. But the rest of them up there is some of my family. And there ain't none of them up there with that name. So, of course, it could be another spirit, opening up and from somewhere else. You never know. There's an old house up on the hill from where we live at. I think it was built by descendants of slaves that used to work through here. Well, this whole valley at one time used to be one big plantation. I studied it, read in the history of this county history and this area here, and I know they're descendants of slaves. So I may do some EVP work, around that place. There's an old graveyard that they got up behind the house, up in the woods. And I found it by mistake squirrel hunting one day, and I always heard it was up there, never knew where it was at, but I found it the hard way. I tripped over a rock. I'll tell you the story right quick. I was squirrel hunting there, and I stumped my foot on a rock, and I fell over in this little sinkhole. Well, years and years before, we had tornadoes through here, and it uprooted some trees and stuff. And over time, the holes are still there. Trees have been rotted away by now, stumps and stuff. And that's why I thought it was. I rose up, I was going to cuss that rock, and now all of a sudden I seen what the rock was. It was a broken over tomb rock. And once I seen that, it didn't take me a few seconds to figure out what the hell I was standing in. And I was like one of these cartoons, you know. I just sprung up out of that hole. I mean, it was all, you know. I was gone. I didn't even look back. I didn't want to see who I was disturbing. I wasn't about to. Because if I looked back and something raised up there, giving me this now, you know, old bony and stuff, I'll probably just tell them to move over because I won't be joining them. I'll probably die right then. That's a quick story on that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go and try to do some stuff. I ain't got no night vision on camera. I've been downloading some things on my little tablet here. This here is a EVP recorder. I don't know if you can see it. It's an app you can download off of Google, the Google store, and they do have other kind of EVP recording things in spirit boxes and stuff like that. And I figure I'd try that. You know, what y'all just heard on the video, the audio video thing, the voice. I just use my regular camcorder. It's just a regular old camcorder I used to do my earlier vlogs with. But yeah, just write down below what you think the voice is saying. Like I said, the hint is it's a name. That's all I'm going to give you. I'll come back sometimes later and write in what I actually said. And I'm going to go and try to record some ghostly paranormal thing. If I catch anything, I'll edit it and bring it and try to put together here on YouTube in another vlog. But anyways, that's the end of my day here today, and y'all have a good day. Have a greater one tomorrow, and I'm gone.